Good evening and welcome to the Midnight Sages podcast. This is Ruben. I'm here with Wade.
What's up, guys? This is Wade.
And Nick.
Hey, it's Nick.
And we're joined again tonight with three lovely ladies. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, ladies.
Hey, I'm Camilla.
Hey, I'm Ashley. Hey, it's Marlena.
And just like our last episode, we're going to continue that roundtable discussion. And we're going to open it up to questions. If you ladies have any questions for us to get a male perspective of things, or we'll be asking you questions. Anybody have anything?
Okay, I'll start off. So if there was 3 things that you can put in a time capsule, what would you put in a time capsule?
That's deep.
It is.
You want me to start crying right now?
Yeah. And then let me know where you would bury it and why you'd bury it there.
All right, so
kind of lost on that one.
This one, this one's a little difficult. But if I had to put 3 things in a time capsule, it'd probably be a family portrait, the keys to my first car, and probably a picture of my first dog that I actually cared for.
Where would you bury it?
My parents' backyard.
I was thinking the same thing. I'd bury it at my mom's house. You want to know why? Because it's always going to be there.
Exactly. Anybody else?
I'm lost on that one. I really don't know. I'll start crying if I answer it, so I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Anybody else have a different question?
Are any of you guys a grudge holder? Yes, 100%.
120%.
This one really sparked it, huh?
Negative.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not even for somebody that hurt you a million times over.
Nope.
I'm a little bit.
I feel like I'm ruthless. Like when it comes to somebody hurting me or doing me wrong, I will hold it until the end. It's not that I want bad for you or you'll just never forget. It's just I know who you are and I know what you stand for and I just don't want you a part of my life.
You don't mess with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I would mess with them for a while. I would dig my heels into their throats and little by little kill them like a cancer. But yes, I'm a grudge holder and I would keep them around just to fuck with them. Oops.
I don't think I am because I feel like I'd rather not have those negative emotions and those negative thoughts going through my head constantly. I feel like if I'm just, you did me wrong, F you, move on, I'm good. Because I know in my heart that you're the one having to live with that negative shit that you did to me compared to me living my positive life. And
see, as much as I would like to be the bigger person and think like that, it's just not in me. It's just
I get her. I get her though, because if you don't care and it just kind of brushes off your shoulder, it affects them more than
it
you
does. You're
even
right.
wanting
totally
to mess
does.
with them. It bugs them that they're not in your life and they can't mess with you anymore. It hurts them.
Hey, Nick, go ahead and tell the story of the first time we worked together, Mr. Grudge Holder.
Okay. All right. It's a sensitive topic, but I remember one time I was new, because he was showing us around, and he was like, he was really short. He was really really blah, but like knowing him now, that's how he is. He's just like calm, cool, doing his own thing. But like I was trying to talk to him, I was trying to ask him questions that were open ended, so he would carry on a conversation. But no, he wasn't having it, and so I was like, "What is wrong with this guy?" I'm making the effort here, and this means a lot, okay? Because I don't just make an effort. and so it was at the end of shift, and I was like, "Oh, it was a pleasure working with you." He's like, "The pleasure's all yours," with a stern face, and I'm all, and I never forgot that. I'm like, "Okay, all right, I see you." And I held it. Even to this day, I'm kind of still sad about it, but. What do you do?
I would like to say that you're the only one that's done that to me, but you're not. I'm just that way. Like you said, how I am.
Right. Right,
I'm very
exactly.
hard to crack.
Right.
Oh, I know. Definitely this last quarter is when I really got to know you as a person. I was like, who are you? But I mean, some people just take a little bit longer than most, you know?
You have to be the one to ask him questions. You know,
Yes.
he's not going to ask you questions. You're going to try to crack that, a little
And
nut.
then once you do, it gets deep.
Yeah, good conversations. So that's how we all became,
Real close.
friends and stuff. Try to figure each other out.
Yeah, I don't hold on grudges. I'm not toxic like y'all, man.
Sorry.
Even though you guys call me that.
Okay,
I
Mr.
know,
Investigator.
Sorry,
guys
you just
are
got
saying,
here, man.
He's just late. That's all he is.
No, but like grudges, I feel like I hold them. Not that like I hold them forever in my heart and stuff. I hold them when I see you. You know what I mean? But I feel like I want to make you feel like the way you made me feel. So you know what I mean? It's not like I'm gonna hurt everyone around them, but that's what I want to do.
So
I'll just never forget, I guess.
Is there anybody in your life that you've held a grudge against that you wish it could have gone a different way? Instead of holding a grudge against them, could you see yourself playing it out a little bit different? Like you were hateful in that moment because of what they did to you, and you held a grudge and you kind of regret it now because you had a history with them or they were your friend at one point. Like you said once, like, is one mistake worth risking it all?
I would think it would have to be a current events that happen over and over. And I wouldn't regret that because in that scenario, people wouldn't change if it's allowed to keep happening over and over and over. You just have to cut ties at that point, because if you okay that, it's always going to be that for a long duration.
Anybody else have a take on that with the grudge holders?
I have a question. Okay, what do you guys see in a friendship? Like, what is a friend to you guys?
My ride or die.
What does that mean? Explain.
Someone who's down with you.
See, with me, loyalty and honesty goes a long ways.
I've told you this before. Me and you, we don't keep secrets anymore. We can't. We're too close. I got your back. Whatever you have going for you, whatever happens, I got your back. You know that. So I feel like me and you, no more secrets.
Yeah, I would say like a friend is someone that you could definitely tell your secrets to.
I agree with
In
that.
confidence, like, there is nobody else that it's going to reach. I'm going to tell you this out of my heart and hope that you hold it with you and only you, unless there is somebody that else I want to talk to it about.
Right.
See, my thing too, like with like any friendship and stuff, you don't need to be there every day. You don't need to show me acts of service. You don't need to, it could be a couple weeks since we haven't seen each other or talked to each other, but you pick up right where you left off. And it's right where you left off, and it's the secrets you tell and the venting you do and stuff. That's like a friendship to me, because I live further away from everyone, so it's like when I get time to catch up with everyone, because life's so busy and stuff, and it picks up right where it left off, and I really like appreciate that and like love that. So that's like a friendship to me and stuff. But you pick and choose like who you can like vent little things to, and if it gets out to other people and stuff, you're like, oh, okay, well, you can't really trust that person.
And it sucks. There's some people you come that you do get along with, and you would want to like, but yet they play that little game.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, okay, I'm sorry, but we're acquaintances.
But like to the friend you tell everything to and stuff, and you haven't heard one damn thing that anybody else has said, that's like, I appreciate that so much, and that's like a friendship right there.
For sure.
I have my high school friend that I haven't talked to in years, but I guarantee you, if I called him up right now,
Mhm.
we'd pick up right where we left off. Nothing. We grew up together. We're close as brothers, and no matter how far away we are, we talk to each other, and it's just like no time has passed.
I think it's like even when you're going through the hardest times, and I mean, it could be a toxic relationship or, you're dealing with, just any wrong problem that you shouldn't be dealing with in life, knowing that they're going to be there for you and not judge you for it. Like they're always going to, it doesn't matter if they have to tell you 100 times or 1,000, they're always going to sit there by your side no matter what the situation is. Because knowing somebody is that loyal means everything. Because there are a lot of people that can't even count on their family for that. So it's nice to have a friend that's willing to drop everything for you when you need it.
Sure. What's your take, Camille?
I agree with like everything you all said, but my biggest thing is being accessible because there's times where life gets busy and stuff, but if I'm going through something and I don't want to go to my mom because I'm really close with my mom, and I don't want to go to close family members, or being able to go to this person and being able to completely be vulnerable about whatever you're going through, I feel like that's my biggest take.
If you have anything to heal with too, that exactly like helps you a lot when they're just accessible to you. Make time for you, just like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That helps you heal so much.
Or even having that friend where you don't even speak, like you can just walk into like wherever you are and they can look at you and know automatically something is wrong with you. Like you don't have to express anything, nothing. They just know they need to be there with you and try to just calm you down or have a conversation with you where you can vent. Like that's everything too.
And I feel like when I say accessibility, I feel like it's like coming to you to talk to you, but at the same time, like it's like, hey, I'm at the gym, you're at the gym, let's go walk the track together, or hey, let's just work out right next to each other, kind of thing. Like just like you said, noticing like something's going on and you're like, okay, well, this is me being there for you, even if you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a different question. Off subject, but what was your first drink and where?
All right, so I didn't start drinking until I was 22, almost 23. And my first drink was Malibu and Coke.
Okay. Where was it at?
That was back when I was in college. I was at my buddy's apartment, and me and a couple other guys were all playing Halo. So that was my first.
Did anything crazy happen? Did you drink like way more than you were
No.
supposed to, or
No,
how many
no.
drinks did you have?
One.
One drink. How'd you feel? What did you remember about it?
After half of it, I was already feeling lightheaded. I opened up a lot back then. So yeah.
I don't remember my first.
I don't remember
I don't
either.
remember.
Somewhere in I think it was like 8th grade, honestly.
Any good story with it?
I think it was just, everybody was together and we drank a beer. Like pretty much that was it. That's where it was before high school. Like everybody was just ready to go into high school and start our party life.
I don't remember. I think I was like, because I started later. I was like junior, sophomore. Not as late as Ruben, but it was later because then it just went all downhill from there. I started throwing parties, went to college, started throwing parties still. There's a guy at EA that calls me Party Girl.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, he's one of the guys on the board. I'm like, oh, okay, I think I did too much.
That's chug.
Yeah, I think I was like 16 around there.
Sixth
I don't know.
grade?
I thought you were gonna say
Six,
six.
my bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna
don't
say, a
remember
baby
I don't
don't
remember
count.
what it was. But I know.
The joys of a small town life.
He's all, I
Yeah.
thought it was apple juice.
Don't know.
Do you guys remember your first kiss?
No.
Pass.
Still haven't had it.
Ruben?
Yes.
Okay.
So we've established that I'm a introvert. It's kind of a late bloomer. Same thing. I was in my 20s when I've had my first kiss, and it was with a coworker who was madly in love with me for some reason. She actually started stalking me.
That's hot.
So yes, I remember we were all out at the river. She had her friend come up to me, and we started talking, and me and her went out alone, and we started kissing.
It was consensual, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was consensual.
Just making sure.
We don't have to report it.
Okay.
Do you remember yours, Ashley?
Mine was with my best friend. Our moms actually grew up together. We grew up in diapers together. And my first kiss was in kindergarten with him.
That's cute. I like that. That's cute.
Wait,
It's deep.
I don't remember.
Which one?
What? What?
He's like, I was a player when I was a child.
What was it? B-Town Jams or something like that?
Oh yeah, that was the. No, that was the CD that I had made there.
Well, damn, it feels
Yeah.
good to be a gangster.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
I don't recall either. It must have not been good, I swear.
What about you, Nick?
I used to play t-ball, and there was this girl on our team that was co-ed, and we were there by ourselves. We're in the little dugout, and everybody else went to go. You know, I was sitting on the bench. No surprise. And
He kissed the ball.
yeah, me and that ball had a good time.
He put the bat in his mouth.
Definitely gonna edit that out.
That's not-
He didn't. I was gonna say he didn't admit to it, but I mean,
You just did.
I said ball, not bat.
Me too.
how many balls were there?
We went from ball to balls. What's going on here?
It was
Bat to bat.
It was a bat and two balls. Okay, fine. All of it went in there.
Home run, huh? Home run.
Was it good though? Was it nice?
Yeah, it was
Sweet.
great. It was great.
That's good.
Okay, I have one. What in your life are you most grateful for?
I'll have to say my kids,
Why?
because they're my pride and joy. And I honestly, I think that's the reason why I keep grinding. You know what I mean? That's why I put in the work. Like in this house, like I'll be okay in a little tent or shack or something. You know what I mean?
I think it's mainly too, we don't have to impress our kids. They're happy with just who
They're
we
already
are
impressed
and
by
where
you.
we are. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy for them to just love us for who we are. I think that's the most like, what is it? Just,
Rewarding.
yeah, it's just effortless. Like, that's the effortless love that we all need is from our kids, because they love us no matter our bad or good. They're there for it all, and they appreciate us for it.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Nick on that with my kid, because like, who's gonna do that? Like, I just drove like 4 hours, 5 hours, and then make that a round trip, and just that's why I was here late, because I went to the softball game. So
Did they
We
win?
forgive you.
Did they win?
no, they didn't win.
You still love them.
Yeah,
The thing is, she's always gonna remember that.
Yeah, and that's what I think. It's like just being there for your kids, and um, being that you're not a distance from her, but I guess just making that effort and hoping they see it.
I think definitely making that distance just for, just to be there for a game and stuff. I think your kid is definitely going to appreciate it.
I think they notice that for sure, because there's times like 100% it's my kids, it's my family, because they help me so much and stuff. But sometimes we're on like autopilot half the time. We're busy with sports all the time and then work. And then the kids are just like, Mom, you're the best mom ever. Or my son, he's 6. Mom, you're just so beautiful. And it's just out of random. I'm just like looking at him and thank you, And it's the kids notice that for sure. They notice when you show up. They notice when you don't. They notice everything you do. But for sure, they love you. Like,
I mean, for us,
endlessly.
it's just we're showing up, but showing up for them is everything.
What say you, Camille?
I would say my family. I mean, my kids fit into that, but I wouldn't be able to do how much I do and keep a busy life if I didn't have my family as my team. Like, something's going on, I need help with something, I know that I can call my dad, I can call my mom, I can call all 4 of my siblings and somebody's gonna be there. Or like, say we are having money troubles and I'm like, hey, like, nobody like second guesses it, we just shoot it over, like, oh yeah, here's this, just pay me back whenever you have it. Like, it's like, I don't know, having such a good team has helped me so much in life. And like, that's why I strive to be like that for my kids and have my kids like that. Like me and my siblings and how close we are.
Casillas?
I would say my parents, mostly my dad. He's been there. He helped me be the man I am. So if I ever have a problem, I go to him. Even if we're just working on a car, working on a truck, his tractor, something, that's where I feel most connected to him, when we're busy
Quality
together.
time.
Yep.
I have a question. If you guys can go back in time, or if you guys can change something, what would it be? Or even go back in time and change it from there, and why? Go.
I wouldn't change anything. I feel like my experiences has made me the person I am today. And I'm grateful for the growth that I've been through because of every obstacle that I've came and overcame and went through.
Like, of course, I wish I didn't go through like hard times and stuff, but same, it defines you. So I'm good. I'm good in life right now. Comfortable. Everything's good.
You realize how little those situations, or whatever they are, really are when you look at where you were and where you are now, and realize how strong you are.
I think for me, I would want to change my career path and like start out like at 6th grade and take school a lot serious, more serious than what I did. I didn't even take school serious, but I wish I would have. And I would have just probably did something different.
I think I kind of agree with that, because sometimes I wish like I didn't go the law enforcement route. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it kind of changes you as a person today as a woman. And
so you admit it.
makes you tough. Hard. Yeah, sometimes wish that. I mean, but it's done me good. You know what I mean? It was a lot of work for it, and it's still a work in progress. But
What would you have done different? I mean, like what would you have gone into?
maybe like psychology really interests me.
It's weird. A lot of people from what we do say psychology.
I think it's just the past. Like you have to go through some life stuff to understand them. Like I wonder why you think the way you do, or I want to figure that out, or you know what I mean? Like people are all around us. So
Yeah.
But just
Ashley?
know it's never too late. Like you could be 50 and going to school and I'm 50 years old. Well, you're still going to be 60 in 10 years, so you might as well just go.
I can't fit it in my schedule right now.
It's not too late, but the thing is you have to go to work, you have to support yourself, you have kids, you have to hustle and bustle everywhere, and then you have this and this and that. Especially if you're single, it's hard.
I think we're comfortable right now, so I'm putting the kids first and sports, and they like what they like to do. So, I'm just doing what they want for now, and they're figuring it out. So I'm like supporting them.
What would you do different or change?
I feel the same as Camilla. Like what my struggles and everything I've been through has made me who I am and who I strive to be. And without that, I mean, what else do you have,
Right. Ruben?
So for me, I would probably go back to the year 2000 when I was in high school. And if I had the knowledge I have now, knowing that I don't have to be what's that word I'm looking for? So introverted. I can be a little more open with people, knowing that it's not that serious. Like y'all said, I'm real bundled up. It's hard to break me. With the knowledge I have now, I believe I would be a little more open to people. Maybe get a different friend group to put myself out there a little more.
What would you say about you being bottled up? Do you like that about yourself? Do you wish you could work on it better, or what is your take on that?
I wish I could work on it. I do. Even now, I opened up a little more to certain people, but I wish I was more extroverted. I wish I could be out there hanging out with people. But when I'm in crowds, when I'm in people or around people I don't know, I tighten back up. I let very little out. So yeah, that's one thing wish I can do.
See, I kind of envy that though about you. I wish I was a little bit more like that because I think I'm too open to people. Like, yeah, everybody knows that I have to get familiar with them before I really mess around, or before I really become friends. But I think I just give everybody the benefit of the doubt. With you have like reservation when it comes to that.
Yeah, I've been told that I'm really hard to open up. Not open up to, but I'm really hard to get to.
You're really hard nut to crack.
Yeah. So, but once I got that trust in you, once I have that confidence in you, then it's a lifelong friendship. I will do anything for you.
Yep, I see that for sure.
That's good.
For sure. Wade, what would you change? Anything, or if you can go back, what would you do different?
Nothing. I agree with Camilla. Like on all that, like my failures defined me. I mean, I learned a lot, so I'm happy where I'm at.
That's good.
So next question. So if you were on a deserted island, no, inside joke.
So going back,
if you heard that before, huh?
Going back to one of your guys' previous podcasts, I want to get the girls' insight on this. Do you think watching porn is cheating?
No. I don't think it's cheating.
I don't think so either. Like, I've had like a I'd say like a past friend or friends. I don't really recall too well, but their spouse had like an addiction to it. So, and they would rather do that than be with them. But if it's not like that, then I don't think so.
See, I think it depends.
On what?
I think it depends on, I guess, what kind of porn you're watching, obviously, but like, or even if you're just like pretty much jacking off and not thinking of the person that you're with.
I see that.
I think you would be able to tell though. Like, say they were with you, and if they weren't like, you know, excited or anything right away like they normally are, then it'd probably be a problem, you know.
But I mean,
But you can't use that excuse.
porn's a fantasy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they're not tangible. Like you can't.
That's something they can never have. It's just something they can watch. That's
For the
why
time
I feel.
being.
Yeah, I feel like do it together, do it alone. I mean, honestly, it's just a fantasy. It's something that puts the icing on the cake, I guess.
So say somebody finds somebody's OnlyFans in town, and then they start masturbating to their OnlyFans. Like,
Okay,
that's,
I think it's when
you went
somebody
from
knows.
porn to
That's a little-
OnlyFans.
but
That's a whole nother
OnlyFans
story.
is a form of porn.
But if it's somebody you know, I would freak out.
That's a personal.
Yeah, that is.
That's a
more
personal porn.
That's
That's
different.
not.
I would say
That's
that's
not
different.
something. That's like people out there looking for somebody that's in their area that has an OnlyFans. That's a whole different story. You die.
Can you imagine a local?
Hey,
Your
subscribe to
spouse
my
is watching
OnlyFans,
a
guys.
local?
It's Slick Nick with a.
Yeah, but I mean, can you imagine walking to Walmart and seeing that person and knowing that your significant other seen them?
You're gonna go straight swinging, huh? Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Okay, say like if your man's cheated on you, I lost my train of thought.
If my man's cheated on me, he's not my man.
Good
Bam.
point. Next question, please. Go.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Oh,
I remember.
never mind.
My brain's working now. Would you be mad at the female or the male? I can answer my own question, but go ahead and answer it.
It depends on the party. Obviously, I'm gonna throw hands to my man,
Right.
first of all. But then I'm gonna address her as well, because obviously my relationship's out there and it's public and everyone knows that we're together. And if you want to cross that boundary, you're disrespecting me, so you can catch the hands too. Because I'm real life fighting.
What if it was just some random person that is in town working for a week or
Doesn't even know
something
anything.
and doesn't know anything about this town?
Okay, well, he's gonna catch hands double.
I think it's your spouses. It's 100% the spouse. Like if
Yeah.
there's no assigns.
I
or
mean,
anything,
in all
you know.
reality, you know you're with me, so for you to do that, you're all in the wrong. I mean, I'm not even gonna throw hands with her because honestly, you should have known better.
See, my thing is, like, I know a lot of people, and like I'm related to a lot of people, so like how do you not know?
So say
kinda
it
thing,
wasn't
like-
the girl wasn't from this town though.
Well, yeah, with that, obviously it's 100% his fault. And when it comes to say somebody I do know, it's still 100% his fault. And he's the one that owes me loyalty, but she knows me and she knows that we're together, and you're disrespecting me.
But I mean, in all reality, like if it's not her, it's another one, it's another one, it's another one. Like, are you gonna keep fighting every other girl, you know, because of it, or are you just gonna?
Oh no, I'm gonna fuck him up and I'm gonna leave.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I mean, in that case, I mean, even in my past relationship, like honestly, this guy probably went through this whole town. Like, if I were mad at every girl that he messed around with, I wouldn't even talk to half of this town, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, you were with me, you know, we have kids, you know, we this, you know, so you're in the wrong fully, I feel like. I mean, being mad at her and all these other girls aren't going to do anything about it because that's just who he is. He's a problem.
So okay, so there was a time where I was cheated on, right? And I found out because we were hanging out in his bedroom and I find a tampon in his bedroom trash. And so yeah, raunchy, yeah. And his dog comes and like the trash goes all over the floor and I see it and I was like, okay, so he comes in and I was like, what is this? And he's like, okay, so he tells me everything, whatever. And then me being as naive and dumb I was, like, this is my first relationship, whatever. I still threw him a birthday party, which was like a week or two later, and it was at his mom's house. And we're having this birthday party, everybody's drinking, having a good time. I invite one of my friends, just, I needed that support. And this girl shows up. The girl shows up. Because he told me everything. And I was restocking the fridge or whatever. And my friend's like, hey, Camilla, she's flipping you off. She's flipping you off. So I turn around and she's like, oh, no, I was flipping off my friend when her friend was on the opposite side of the room. And I was like, all right. Drag her by her hair, pull her out of the party. I was like, you're lucky this is his mom's house. And I respect his mom. And then I was the dumbass that went back to him eventually. But I wish I would have fucked her up.
The reality of the story was she should have been gone.
What if you had a bloody nose? I would have said that.
I think she was just trying to make her place known. Like, hey, just know I'm here, kind of thing. Because she knew about me.
Hey, like, why do girls do that though? Like when, like, try to mark their territory.
Yeah, that's weird. Leaving a tampon there. Like, if you're gonna mess around, just
I think that's raunchy, dude. I don't think.
Or like leaving something in your truck, in your vehicle, whatever.
Because they're marking their territory. Like, I don't know why they would do that. Like, are they trying to get the guy they're messing with in trouble or what?
It's like the haha, and I have your dude.
I don't know. I never done that, so I'll let you know when I do it. I'll let you
I mean,
know
I
my
never
point in
done
life.
that either, but I feel like that's what she kind of did. She kind of threw it in my face, like, "Hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
What's up, little man?"
That deserves a smack in the face.
Girls are ruthless.
They are. They're evil. I'm telling you, bro. Sorry, guys. You guys are evil.
Yeah. Sorry.
Then go the boy route. I don't know what to tell you.
Guilty. Okay, I got a question for you guys. Does size matter?
Oh, we're on this subject now.
I guess we're just diving in.
Intro?
We're just gonna dive into that.
Let's just hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Go, Ruben.
No
What?
holding
Go
back.
ahead. What do you think?
What do I think? I have no.
Okay, listen. As a guy, I would say size does matter.
So as
It
a
matters
as a
to
guy,
a point.
so with me, I think
Size matters.
size is something that every man is insecure about. No matter how big you are, how small you are, we're all insecure, and I think porn has a lot to do with that because that warped our perception of
Expectations.
Yes. So, I mean, personally, I've never had any complaints, and I don't feel like I'm the biggest. And yet I'm still insecure about it. So,
Marlena?
that's your question.
No, I agree. Average is good for me, man. I don't want to go average. I'm an average kind of girl. Big is too scary. Might ruin you. I'm not sure.
So I'm a short.
Never much of like I never
had.
had like really small, so I can't really judge on that part. But I mean, there's more that leads up to it that can mean, what you like.
I think too with women, it's more of the emotional connection you have
Mhm.
with a guy, and the way you feel with him, if he makes you feel secure, you guys have different ways of being turned on than what men do.
Yeah, the sex is more amazing when you have that connection, honestly.
Interesting.
Wade?
I guess I agree with you guys, but I mean, I guess it might be if it's a one night stand, then yeah, it probably size would matter. I mean, if there's an emotional connection, then I don't think it would matter.
You know,
That's a good point.
most men want at least 1 extra inch.
I think men overthink it though.
Yeah, not like I said, with women, it's more of the emotional connection you have with the guy.
So I think like with women too, it's like a boob or an ass guy. You know what I mean? Like girls are insecure about like if they don't have boobs or if they don't have an ass or either or. Insecure about that too because guys have different preferences too.
Yeah, that is true.
So
Well, that's really true. I never thought of it that way. Interesting.
But I mean, it all depends on your anatomy also too. Like if you know yourself, then like for the females, like if they're what do you call it? The shallow canal or whatever.
That's the first I've ever heard that.
You
What
never-
is
never
that?
heard that? And
You don't
yeah,
remember
then
that?
So-
It's that.
It's in the anatomy.
That is true. That is true.
I didn't do good in school.
Okay, what is a shallow canal? Is that when you're like freaking 4 inches and then you could like hit everything? Like the woman's part is shallow?
Well,
Yeah,
You're
Yeah,
hitting
the
guts.
women's canal.
I think women are actually, and I can't remember. It's been a while since anatomy, but a woman's
Cervix?
Cervix. It's a
cervix,
short cervix.
It's
isn't
short.
it?
Yes.
Okay.
So they only really need a couple inches to feel pleasure. And I think it was saying that if you know how to work it, that's good enough because you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but
No.
I thought I was all freaking all proud of myself hitting cervix.
You're hitting the.
Oh,
hitting the
yeah. Now it's shallow, motherfucker.
See, no, but
He's
I
all,
did.
that's a thing.
I did have an ex who, if I went too far, it hurt her. And then I had another ex who I couldn't go any
Where
deeper.
you at?
Yeah, exactly. So it depends on the woman, and like we were saying, it's more the feeling that leads up to it.
I agree.
Camilla,
So I prefer intimacy. So like it honestly doesn't matter to me. Because if I don't feel something between us and then we don't have a connection, then it's doesn't matter.
just keep going.
Why would you stop mid crack?
That's like stopping mid-stroke.
Oh.
Well, he's in the shallow canal, so
So since we're on this subject,
Are we not
Are you
doing
guys-
PG-13 anymore?
I'll put a disclaimer on this one, not to listen to your
I
children.
know.
Around
Shoot
each other.
me.
do you guys prefer boobs or ass? Because I don't
For
know. I
me-
probably check out more females than you guys do. And
I would say ass for sure.
Sorry.
Ass guy.
Me, I would say an ass.
With me, both. And I'm not okay. So not proportional. If you're proportional, they don't have to be big boobs. As long as it fits your body. It has to be a big butt as long as it fits your body. You know what I mean?
What about like BBLs and boob jobs and stuff? Are you guys for that?
What's BBL?
What is BBL?
The
Brazilian
Oh,
butt lift.
yes.
butt lift.
Like when they have their body done, they look like an
Yeah,
hourglass
No,
Coke bottle. No.
that's not attractive to me whatsoever.
No.
what about lip fillers?
No,
That depends.
Because I've seen some rough stuff.
I
rough ones
prefer
in my days.
somebody who's natural.
Makeup or no makeup? Or do you care?
Why is
Do you
everybody
care?
looking?
Do
Why
you
is
care?
everybody looking
We're
at me?
asking the guys questions
I
now.
mean, probably a little bit of makeup if it's like natural looking. Then yeah.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
not like anything too out there. I mean, if it's out there,
You're
That's
looking like a
that's
clown. We're gonna send you
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
circus.
her eyelashes look like Snuffleupagus. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Hey,
calm down,
whoa,
okay?
man.
you guys look good. You guys.
You better chill
No,
out,
I'm talking about where they're like.
Yeah.
The little
they can fly
broomsticks.
away with
Like
it.
trying to fly away.
I didn't see you complaining when I was fanning you down.
When you were hot that one day, huh?
I prefer natural beauty.
Nobody likes the cakey.
No, I can't. No,
We don't really cake it up. We're
No.
good though.
So would you guys prefer to come home to somebody that is crazy about you, or somebody who just doesn't care?
Ooh,
That's a good one.
I need a little more context in that.
Well, here's the thing. If they don't care, that just brings you peace. You can just go freaking watch TV, go when you're bed. You stay on your side. You know, I kind of like that one.
That they don't care?
How long would that last though?
Yeah, you're right, because you have to be like faithful and shit to that. Never mind. Scratch that. I don't want crazy either. Single. Single.
Hey,
That's why we're single.
I don't.
Oh,
I
sorry.
I think
You're
like
fine, man.
But he's looking.
We're
somebody.
I'm looking.
So yeah, crazy. I think would be like somebody that's just like on you, like, hey, what are you doing? Where are you going? Like constantly having to be next to you constantly, and someone who doesn't care at all. Like, oh, you come home and they're sitting there watching TV and they're not gonna ask you how your day was, or
Okay, so I've had an ex who was real clingy. That I had to be with her every second of every day, and I couldn't do that. You know, I like my space, but I couldn't do the other extreme where she didn't even acknowledge me when I walked in the door. It'd be more of a median where, you know, she comes, greets me, hugs me, kisses me, and then we go do our own little thing. That's what I'd prefer.
You.
I mean, yeah, I gotta agree with Roop on that one, man. It's like the context you gave of crazy and
Yeah,
not-
they're
not
kind of
caring.
extremes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind a little crazy, but a little good crazy, not that kind of crazy.
What has been your guys' craziest adventure?
What does that mean?
Like, what's the craziest? Okay, let me be more specific. Your most random, craziest time you ever had sex? Where at? Mine was in the desert.
Same.
On the floor, on the
You
rocks.
Arizonans.
Desert.
Okay,
Do
so
you buy a cactus or what are you guys doing, man?
I mean, by a creek,
Oh, that's nicer.
Yeah.
by
There was a blanket on the ground.
yeah, by a pond.
Okay, there's two. One was in the desert on the
It's-
rocks, and then that cactus. I tell you,
If it could only speak,
There's a
right?
coyote in the background, a hyena.
and then in the canal.
In it?
Yes.
Oh, there's
Oh,
probably
no.
a UTI involved in that one.
You know what? I swear. I'll tell you what.
Go. What about you?
No, I don't really. I guess it would be the desert too, like, because there's really nowhere. I mean, we're surrounded by desert, so who knows?
So-
like,
My greatest wingman is my truck, my F-250.
yeah, it was
Oh,
just
dang.
the
You guys were in vehicles when you guys did this?
No.
On the
No.
dirt
I'm just saying that truck has seen some things.
it
And
took
felt
you. It
some
took you
things.
places.
It
It
took me
you
places.
where nobody's gone.
Yeah,
It's
things
got
have
some
happened in
There's
that
a country
truck.
song.
It took you places.
Yeah.
My truck
Well,
got some juices.
What's that new hit artist, Morgan Wallen? He needs to write a song about that.
Shoot it to him. I bet he will.
See, to me, I think cars, it'd be hard to maneuver because I'm bigger.
It is, but it's dangerous. Like you're
Like the-
always.
The front seat, or like the back seat?
I mean, driving.
Both.
Hey, I think you can only do that in a Tesla.
Huh?
Just put the seat
You-
back,
you make it
recline
work.
it,
Have you
and
ever
get her
heard
on
of those
top, and she'll
stories
drive. Cruise
where
control.
people do like elevators and stuff because there's so much time and dressing rooms and stuff like that? Have you heard of that?
Let me press the stop button on the fucking elevator. and
Emergency,
we'll do it.
emergency.
Remember the Mile High
That's pretty spontaneous.
Yeah.
Or in a plane.
That's what I'm saying. What is it? The
Mile High Club.
Mile High Club.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, there's small bathrooms in there, so.
That's what's spontaneous.
Let me see you maneuver.
And you, what's your spontaneous place?
I think mine was a canoe. And canoes are really kayak, sorry, not a canoe. Kayaks are like really, so it was kind of hard to keep steady and not fall in.
I remember that story.
Capsized.
Yeah.
Was it the best?
It was
or-
no, it was limited.
Oh,
Really limited because you were scared of it.
but that was the craziest.
It was risque.
Ooh.
But that was, or a roof or something, you know.
Interesting.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna conclude this episode, guys.
What? Everybody always looks at me. Why?
I'm gonna end it.
You're in control.
Your fingers in control.
All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you, ladies, for coming on our podcast. We appreciate it. We like having the women's perspective on things.
Anytime, we got you guys.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll have you three on again soon. Because this did flow really well. I enjoyed every
It
minute
was
of
really
it.
fun.
Thank you.
Definitely know a lot more about you guys. There is no secrets.
Yeah, I enjoyed the 10 minutes I had with you guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate the
Even though I was
opportunity.
late.
We
Yeah, if you guys
appreciate
have any like questions, comments, or whatever, just go ahead and shoot it to us if you guys want to talk about something, and we'll see when we can all get together again.
Yeah, and for our listeners out there, hit us up on Facebook and Instagram. If you have any topics you'd like us to discuss. And follow us, we'll follow you back.
It's like a Midnight Sages.
Midnight Sages Podcast, Instagram and Facebook. And that concludes this episode of the Midnight Sages Podcast. I hope you enjoyed that midnight ride. This is Ruben.
This is Wade.
This is Nick.
And until next time, be safe out there.